strengthen pelvic floor, glutes, and core. So of course, bridge, you guys know, ribs down, knees over hips. Think of spiraling your inner thighs outward and pressing into your big toes. So it's a breath with the movement. Inhale down, exhale up. That's one variation, or you could just hold at the top. Another variation would be to hold your bridge, bring something between your knees, and then work on little squeezes. So just squeezing whatever you have, whether it's like a rolled up towel or a yoga block, but that would be bridge. Another one would be to do a heel slide, so you're reaching out and then coming back in, and you can go side to side with that one, watching for hip stability. Another one would be holding your bridge and then one leg up and down. This one you can also do with your butt on the floor. It's going to help activate your transverse abdominis a little bit, but you want to make sure that you're just moving through this leg and not through your hips. So tiny interaction from the hips, but mostly it's the stability of your pelvis and just your leg moving up and down. So obviously you do one side and then the other side. From there, you can do what's like a drawing in type sensation. So you take a breath in and then exhale. Think of tucking your hips, drawing your belly button down, like you're gonna hug around your belly, and hold that for about 5 seconds and then release it. So it's just this like hugging in sensation as you tuck your hips and draw like inward. And again, holding that for about 5 breaths and then letting it go. Moving on from there, side planks are great. You can do them from your knees or from your both feet. And then side lying leg lifts. So you can go bottom leg's bent, top leg is extended, and then lift it up from here. So that would be side lying. Another way you could do this is to bring it forward like so and lift up from here. But you can do one side and then the other. And then clams. Clams is a great one. Knees in front of your hips, heels kind of more tucked back behind you. Stick your booty back. Push your hips towards your foot side so it feels like your obliques are lifting a little bit. And then just kind of roll forward a tad so this top leg is overlapping the bottom leg. Then heels stay together and you lift up, little hold, and then squeeze down. If you're doing this correctly, you'll feel it back here, but it's also a lot of core because again, you're trying not to allow your pelvis or your hips to move at all. The only thing that's moving is this leg bone in that hip socket. So again, one side and then the other. Moving on from there, cat-cows are always really great things to do. If we're doing any plank variations that you're not comfortable with, you can always just resort back to cat-cow. Quadruped or bird dog is another great one. So opposites, reach. You can go out, you can add a weight to this one. You can add that flexion through your spine as well. Just be careful of the extension. So try not to let your belly dip. Really try to pull upward from here. So these can be isometric as well. You can just hold these out. That's a lot of work as well. So one side and then the other. And then coming up from there, so it's more standing exercises, a standing crunch. So anytime we're doing a crunch, you can opt to do a standing crunch, which is basically like a tilt and a tuck. So you have your hips in a tilt and you want to tuck, like squeeze in, knees soften, tilt, tuck. Almost like a hip thrust, actually exactly like a hip thrust. So it's like stick out, tuck under. And you can add the hands back behind your head to that movement. So that's standing crunch. Standing oblique crunch, just tipping side to side. If you want to get a little bit deeper into it, you can drop like into a plie and tip side to side. You can do all one side, all the other side. And then standing bicycle, so right to left, left to right, So instead of doing a floor bicycle, you can do a standing bicycle. The last one I have for your toe touches. So it's like a deadlift, arms reach overhead. You're gonna fold forward, reach for your toes, and then come back up. Ideally, your ears are gonna stay between your biceps as you move through this one. And the core work comes from coming up. Of course, a lot of low back work, which is important. As your belly starts to go out, you want your low back to be strong. So those are my modification exercises for you whenever in class we're doing something that is not appropriate for you to be doing anymore, that you just don't feel comfortable doing. All right?